producers or the people who write the checks are generally where the buck stops on everything in life. I don't think a movie set is any different.
One other portion, Mr. Baldwin, when you talked about earlier about the armorer saying something to him, did you ever communicate to the armorer if she had issues that she needed to confront Mr. Baldwin or tell Mr. Baldwin, or did you ever say anything about that?
I don't think we ever talked about that. I think she and I might have had 2 conversations all told.
Okay.
But that wouldn't have been one of them.
Okay. And would you agree with me, Mr. Baldwin has a fairly strong personality in that movie?
Sure. I think, yeah.
And we saw some clips on that. Finally, you mentioned that the day 3, you felt good about how that went. And it was an amazing team of professionals, I think you said, that pulled together and did a good job. Is that fair?
Yeah, I think we had a very strong crew.
And Ms. Gutierrez Reed also performed very well that day.
Yeah, on that day, I didn't take any issue.
Yeah.
I was happy with everybody.
Okay, so Ms. Gutierrez's performance on this movie set has been under the microscope throughout this whole trial. And today could be the day that the state rests its case. Have they done enough to prove she committed the crime of involuntary manslaughter? Remember, the state of New Mexico's got the burden here. Let's bring in our guests and see what they think. Law enforcement expert Sonny Slaughter and attorney Tommy Pope on the show with us this morning. Sonny, to you first here, please. Your thoughts on whether the state has been able to establish the case that they've brought against Halyna Gutierrez?
Yes, despite all of the missteps and mishaps, I think that this case is taken. I do believe they have met their burden. They have connected the dots. They have shown that she was not prepared, she was not professional, and she did not do her job. And they've taken the emotion out of it by providing the facts and evidence in the case. And I think that's what's most important. People want to be emotional, but the evidence and facts are clear that she did not do what she needed to do. And these charges are, I believe, valid for her in this particular case.
Appreciate it, Sonny. To you next, please, Tommy Pope. When we think about what the defense may be and what they may do, we know that this is not going to be one of those cases where they sit back and just let the state meet their burden. They're going to fight and fight hard, starting with today with Seth Kenney, the ammunition supplier, the guy they're blaming for being at the root cause of the live rounds on the set. Talk to me, please, Tommy, about what we may see the defense doing here, and really what is the best defense, in your opinion, for Halyna Gutierrez?
I think from the beginning, we've kind of discussed this as some variation of the scapegoat defense. You notice on cross-examination, they were still going to who's responsible, and trying to put as much distance between her actions as they can, that, ultimately it's somebody else's responsibility. It's the assistant director for safety or whatever the case may be. It's the folks who supplied the bullets. I go back to what Sonny said. I think at the end of the day, the prosecution has proved their case, but all these different pieces they throw out, that somehow it's Alec Baldwin's fault, somehow it's the producer's fault, somehow it's the provider's fault. You don't need but one juror. It's got to be unanimous. So if you can get one juror to believe somehow she's a victim, you're making a long step there. But with that being said, it's a recklessness, negligence, whatever their state calls this involuntary manslaughter type situation. And so it doesn't rise to the level we normally see in a murder, with intent and direct action. And so I think they've proven their case. The question is, goes to your question, can they fend off the kind of distractions that the defense is placing up?
Right, Tommy. Yeah, the one thing I've heard consistently from our fellow courties is that the defense is good, that they have been really solid, they've come prepared. Yeah, they've got a lot of bad facts to contend with, as you both know, certainly, but that they came to play ball. So we'll see what happens today. Ooh, when Seth Kenney takes the stand, going to be some fireworks for sure. Sonny and Tommy, stand by if you would, please. We're going to hit a break as we're at the bottom of the hour. When we return, we'll hear from a stuntman who told the jury about a firearm that went missing from the set.